Here we are. The only problems I have with this was the hoses to relocate them for my fuel regulator, and what else? The evap. The evap, I don't know, goes to the top here, and there's a long vacuum line that goes down to the bottom. A coolant line that comes up from between there. That bolt in between there is always the hardest one. It's really hard to get to. What else? I reused the regular line from the fuel. Like normally the fuel line will come up this way and run around. I don't know why they did all of that. It comes here and run all the way around to hook into the fuel. Well, it was hooked into the throttle body at first. Sorry, the camera's all over the place. I couldn't do a lot of recording while I was working, only because the light that you're seeing right now is a hand light that's makeshift to put on my head. You want to see it, huh? Yeah, very funny. Don't laugh at me. Yeah, that's how I have to do it for me to see. All my rest of my lights died. I forgot to charge them. A couple bulbs blew on some other ones and whatnot. So I couldn't record. Y'all wouldn't have seen anything, and the way the light is on my head, it's like every time I move around something you can't see. So, and the last time I put up a video, I had a lot of complaints about it's too dark, crappy video, suck, you know, a whole bunch of stuff out here. Where I'm at now is all I have to do is put in oil and coolant, prime the engine, and see what happens. As you can see, I didn't prime it yet, so I have not started. I haven't heard anything. I don't know if it will start, what it will sound like, if it will even run. I don't know. I really don't know what to look for or look forward to. If you notice my old intake, yes, this is it. I cut it, drilled another hole for my mass airflow sensor, and plug it up in there. Still has the turbine inside of here. It is a K&N filter. It's a Ej6 intake. It cost a lot of money and I just chopped it up. Oh well. As you can see, the VTEC solenoid and everything is wired up, tucked, ran all the way back here. What else? This, you know, it was a new head, so the distributor, I did not know that was my mark from my last head, and I don't know how to match it up with this one, so I just put it dead center to it, I guess. Was it dead center to my other head? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was. See, I chopped up all that stuff there. A lot of mess. Well, while filling it up, I started hearing drips already. So it didn't even last me turning on the car for me to see a leak somewhere. But what it was is the manifold bolt, the intake manifold, the bolt on this side. I was playing around with all the rest because that one in the middle was really hard. The one right down the middle was really hard, so I started tightening that one, this one, that one, that one, the one on that side, and I completely forgot about this one here. So if you forgot about this one on the end, it will start leaking right away, and all you do is just tighten it up. Because if I forgot that one on the other side, I'm sure I probably forgot this one. Let's see. Yep. Turning freely. Sorry, I didn't press record. I turned the key twice already. Now I'm gonna smell around and see if I smell gas. using is a P2P. I didn't put in the P28 yet because I want to make sure the car runs properly first. And then I'll put that in. And I also need a test pipe so I can remove the catalytic converter. Do I really want to start this? My heart is beating so fast. I have confidence in myself, but I don't have confidence in parts. But I pray that God make it work. 9 volts on the batteries. I haven't started in like months because I couldn't start it. Hopefully it works. Hopefully it cranks it over. Hopefully everything works amazingly smooth. Go something. My water pressure sensor is saying that it's not working. And I'll check that real quick. It's not much to deal with it. Okay, I pulled the shield back, and here's one wire, and here's the other. So apparently this one got disconnected. It's the green one right here. I think I pulled it too much. I put a little dye in there so in case I have a leak later on, I don't know exactly where it's coming from and don't think that the head is leaking. Now the gauge is working better. If it wasn't connected, it would go all the way to like 300. No check into lights. There we go. Just as I suspected, the battery is too dead. We will visit this in the morning. I'm gonna trickle charge the battery overnight and see what happens in the morning. Good night, folks. Time to start this thing. Got 12.2. A little bit of smoke here from oil or whatever. You hear it. Don't see any oil dripping, any water, nothing like that. What I need to check is to see if there's any combustion gas inside of the coolant, to see if the head gasket is good. Time to redo the whole mess.
At this point, I didn't know what was going on. I just was so pissed that I wanted to take the entire head off. So I took a couple of brackets that not even supposed to come off. Even the exhaust manifold I took off. I was just going to take the head and chuck it to the side. But right now I'm looking to make sure the sprocket goes back to top dead center, and then check all the valve clearances. Even just by hand, just rocking them up and down, you could find out if the valves are bent or not. If it has a lot of play, is bent. If it's not, something else is wrong with the timing. Either the tooth or something is off on the sprocket. So right here I'm checking the exhaust, and then right here I check the intake. The intake have a little bit of play, and the exhaust does not have any at all, and it's at top dead center, which is supposed to have play in it. I don't know why I took the dipstick out. I just felt like doing something. So far that's about it. At this point I'm going to take all the spark plugs out. Might as well. So I'll take those out, and eventually I'm just going to use my snake camera, as you'll see further down into the video. I'll use that, and I'll check to make sure nothing hit the top of the pistons, and then I'll go from there. But pretty much you all will see what the problem is right about after this clip. You'll see it.
GoPro is dead, so phone it is. I was gonna take the whole head off, thinking that it was something dealing with the head or the pistons or whatever, but it wasn't. Well, so far I don't think it is. But when that happened, I believe that it may have bent a valve or something. Hopefully it didn't. Really, hopefully it didn't. I have to put back this ground cable, and then prime the car up, and then start it again. Then I'll bring y'all out here and see how it runs again. So here it is running again. Just started it up. Forgot to take a little video of that. I don't know why it's a little bit on the lean side. Normally it was up here. Let's see what happens. This is the second run. The first run I will show the pictures. The first run, right as I turned the camera off, right as I turned it off, you heard a big knock. You heard a little bit of knocks first, like a little tick 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 when I was revving it. Yeah, I know you'll hear that. When I heard that, right after that, you heard a big bang or pop or crack or something like that. And then this happened. So this morning at 7 o'clock, I went to the junkyard and I got a new one, and I put it back in. As you can see, stock sprocket, a camshaft out of a D16Y5 motor. It was a little bit rusted, so I had to file it down a little bit, get all that rust off the lobes. Well, only about 3 lobes. Then I just chucked it right back into the car and hoped it worked. So let's continue the video and see what happened. Yes, the key from inside that I got from the Honda dealership, or it said Honda on it, turned into this. And as you can see, the marks that went around. So the camshaft was actually stuck in here. I took the whole camshaft off and I hammered it from the back to get it out, and it broke. This broke off. Well, as you can see already, it had broken from the bolt. That's the end result. Everything sounds fine. But this is what happened last time. It sounded good and then it started making a humming sound. And that's when it started dying. Let's blip the throttle just for good measure. Before when I did that, it made like a knocking sound. And that's where I was like terrified that something would have happened, which something did. So far so good. Let's just wait and see what happens. Let's smell inside here. See what it smells like. It smells like oil. See? What I'm happy about is no leaks. That's a major thing. Well, not as major as it working, but there were no leaks at all, so job well done on that. It will be back up and running on the streets again with more power. So stay tuned for the next video or videos. Peace.